am Qing Tian, and I will talk about fast food's influence on children within the United States, specifically how the fast food corporations use advertisements to attract children. Is it unethical because fast food is harmful for children's health, or is it possibly ethical because it might be rational for the corporations themselves? Fast food is a kind of food that is prepared and served quickly, and it is very popular in the United States in the recent few decades. However, it is generally less nutritious than other foods and dishes. Even so, people still like eating them. First, I'm gonna talk about fast food in a global setting. The ethic of fast food can be traced on the globalization of the society, and there has been a correlative peak in the expensiveness of the fast food industry. As the growing of fast food, it has exceeded what many may have considered. Society today has seen the ethics of fast food in regards to advertising and its overall impact on the health of individuals. Then let's just focus on the advertising of the fast food corporations. One of the significant issues that fast food and its ethics is its diverse advertisements. It is found that the advertisement by fast food industries often targets children who are very susceptible to this type of advertising. For example, like McDonald's uses the character from the movie Despicable Me, which children like very much, to attract their attention. Moreover, we can see from the internet, television, or even on the street that a child or someone is eating fast food with his or her strong desire, and this act will inspire people's desire to eat at that fast food restaurant too. Fast food corporations create ethical concerns as it relates back to the usage of advertising in this instance. However, advertising toward children is still a significant ethical issue due to the lack of ability that children can actively understand beyond advertisement themselves. There are also statistics that can show how many advertisements children has viewed. The numbers associated with advertising make it clear that these fast food corporations spend a large amount of money on advertisements. Coupled with the fact that millions of children have seen it, it becomes clear that there's a significant amount of concern. McDonald's has the most viewed advertisement in the country, just as if there were only 1% of people who viewed McDonald's advertisement would spend their money on it. That's actually a significant number of people who actually suffered the problems that fast food might have brought. In the United States, there are only a few billion people. Does that mean everyone is McDonald's? And please think about the impact of fast food's advertisements has brought to the United States. Then I'm going to talk about the repercussion of fast food advertisement. Childhood obesity is a significant concern here, wherein the rate of obesity has gone up significantly. Fast food corporations choose to advertise toward children is unethical, largely due to the fact that they are unable to actively make their own decisions in regards to understanding the advertisements. They are vulnerable, and the higher rate of obesity shows this particular issue. From the graph, we can see that what has increased is not the number of obesity children, but the ratio of the increased number. This is horrible because the situation could get even much worse in the future. Moreover, people have to face the circumstance that United States is actually the country that has the most number of overweight people in its society region. I've watched one of Chris Rock's comedy talk show. In the show, he said, America is the only country people are ashamed of being fat. You won't see anyone in other countries who is doing this. If you see someone who is fat in Africa, people would go like, damn man, how did you get fat? I'm gonna be friends with you. His word is funny and also indicate a serious but common problem in America, which is being fat. Another issue of fast food corporations advertising would be involving moral judgment and responsibilities. This issue becomes more pronounced in regards to the ethics of fast food corporations. While they are not responsible for the health of their consumers, they should not be targeting children in their advertisements. Marketing ethics in this regard is significant because of how impressionable and how effective it is toward children specifically. Pinker also identifies that the issue is largely a lack of universal moral judgment in this regard. Moreover, fast food corporations are shifting the blame away from themselves to help to rationalize their actions. Many claim to suggest that they are not forcing children to eat their products. Instead, it is poor parenting. The fast food corporations are trying to avoid their responsibility of their products, and instead of taking their responsibility, they try to drag the attention to their consumers' bad parenting. This is really unethical. Okay, then let's talk about the counter-argument. While fast food corporations can be effective, the opposite can be true. Companies like Chipotle thrive on healthier alternatives that are advertised just as much as their counterparts. This has a positive result because it adds to the conversation in regards to eating healthier. They do not support unhealthy or unsustainable practices, and this has a positive net benefit overall. From the perspective of an ethical background, Chipotle helps to show that advertising is not necessarily done in poor taste and can be done in an effective manner. Although Chipotle exhibits something that is seen as positive interaction between advertising and fast food, it does not exempt them from the negative impact of advertising. The correlation between obesity and fast food cooperates successfully. Also, advertising cannot be ignored. It is representative of a far more serious issue, which is inaccurate representative of ethics. Corporations look to shift blame away from themselves in an attempt to blame the parents for their children's health issues. In conclusion, one of the foremost issues with fast food corporations is their questionable ethics. From the establishment of industry to its products, there are plenty of questions. However, advertising has quickly become the biggest one. While advertising has shown to be an effective form of promotion, it has had negative impact on children's health, especially as it relates to obesity rates. The rise in the number of obesity children suggests that fast food advertising is too effective, and it is unethical to advertise targeting children. However, advertising to children is not necessarily the issue. Companies like Chipotle help to establish a positive image to this issue. Despite the counter-argument of benefits of advertising, it fails to consider factors like the overall impact of advertising. Chipotle represents a minority in the fast food corporations, especially as for ethical issues. They shift blame away from themselves. Ultimately, fast food ethics dictate that there are two schools of thoughts. Either the fault lies with parents or with the corporations. The major components to this is an understanding of the fast food corporations stand on this in regards to how it affects those involved. Advertising plays a very important role in how fast food corporations sell their product, but targeting children is seen as an unethical way of behavior. People are normally saying, "You bought it and you should think about it before you actually decide to have it." However, most of the children do not have the right mind to decide what's right and what's wrong. They basically go with their own desire, and the advertisement is using they basically go with their desire, and the advertisement is using as their weapon to target children. This not only harms children's health, but also obeys the common moral judgment. Thank you for listening.